Many men believe that living together with a woman is the natural next step of love. It seems logical to share the same roof, split expenses, and wake up side by side. But what few realize is that this move changes everything. Her psychology, the couple's dynamic, and the way you are perceived. In the beginning, the idea sounds romantic, full of intimacy. However, behind this scenario lies an invisible trap. When she moves into your home, she doesn't just bring clothes or furniture. She also brings the instinct to mold the space and you along with it. This doesn't mean she is manipulative. It's something deep, almost biological. The instinct to create security.
Yet, in this process, many men unknowingly surrender small pieces of their own identity. And every continuous concession turns into submission. For her, the change of house isn't just about closeness, it's a silent test. She starts to evaluate if you have discipline, leadership, and purpose. What was once charm turns into a flaw. What was once a minor detail is now a sign of maturity or weakness. This is why so many relationships fall apart after cohabitation. Love without respect does not survive. A woman can love a man and still leave if she stops admiring him. Living together rips off the mask of the dating phase. Before, she chose what to show, controlling her words, mood, and appearance. But when she starts living with you, she understands that she has already secured your choice. And then, without realizing it, she stops trying to win you over and starts evaluating you as a long-term partner. At that moment, everything changes. What was once funny starts to be seen as immaturity. Working late, which seemed like ambition, may now sound like selfishness. It's not that you've changed, it's the way she interprets your actions that has changed. The great masculine illusion is to believe that constantly yielding is a sign of love. In practice, every concession without firmness undermines her attraction. She might smile in the moment, but deep down, she feels disappointment, because she was seeking security and found fragility. Studies show that women are twice as likely to end relationships compared to men. And cohabitation accelerates this because it exposes habits, boundaries, and flaws without a filter. This is when she starts judging not just if she loves you, but if she can follow you into the future. That's why respect is the key. When it ends, the relationship transforms into a lukewarm coexistence, without desire, just routine. The silent tests of cohabitation. Living together also brings the famous silent tests. The first is about boundaries. She starts with details. Where do you leave your shoes? How much time do you dedicate to friends? How do you organize your day? These aren't just demands, they are probes to see if you stand firm or if you fold at the slightest sign of disapproval. If you fail, these tests grow. Soon, she interferes with your weekends, your relationship with your family, and even your goals. And the more you yield, the more she understands that she can mold not just the house, but you. Another test is your ambition. Every woman is attracted to men with purpose. But in cohabitation, she observes if your mission resists comfort. If you abandon your projects to please her, the respect drains away. The paradox is that the more you make her the center of your universe, the less she wants to orbit you. What she learns to see is that you have a journey of your own, and even so, you choose her to walk by your side. There are also the emotional tests. Conflicts increase with cohabitation. She observes if you explode, if you withdraw, or if you maintain your balance. Only the last path preserves admiration, calm firmness in the face of chaos. One of the strongest tests is about your masculinity, leadership. Small arguments about bills, routine, or decisions hide a bigger dilemma. Are you holding the helm? She needs to feel that you withstand her storms. If you falter, respect disappears. The detail is that these tests never end. There is no, I passed, and that's it. The feminine instinct repeats the trials. If you stand firm, she feels secure. If you fail, she distances herself, even without saying anything. This is where many men err. They respond to the tests with ego or submission. The one who reacts with anger loses control. The one who bends too much loses respect. Both paths destroy attraction. The secret lies in balance, firmness without authoritarianism, leadership without needing to shout. It's showing that you remain standing even when the storm shakes the boat. This is what awakens confidence and desire. The dynamics you must never surrender. In the end, it's not love that keeps a woman loyal, it's respect. She can love you and still leave. But if she truly respects you, she will stay, even when everything around you crumbles. When you give up essential dynamics, the relationship begins to crumble. Control of your time. Giving up training or abandoning projects to please her undermines your image as a leader. She might smile in the moment, but inwardly, she feels she has lost admiration. Emotional control. If she can drag you into crises, emotional blackmail, or explosions, the image of a partner disappears. Showing vulnerability occasionally is human. But constantly losing your center makes her see you as dependent, not as a man. Financial structure. The one who assumes final responsibility for resources transmits security. When you transfer this to her, doubt sets in. If I manage everything, why do I need him? Social life. Many men isolate themselves when they live with someone. The smaller your world, the smaller you become in her eyes. No woman respects a man who revolves only around her. Personal boundaries. If she disrespects them and you accept it, you are declaring that anything is permitted. And when that happens, the attraction begins to die in silence. Cohabitation with a woman can be the most enriching experience or the most destructive trap of your life. Everything depends on one factor. Attraction fluctuates, but respect is the foundation that sustains the long-term relationship. Without it, nothing else matters. The golden rule is simple but hard to practice: never abandon your essence. Never surrender your frame of reference. This means maintaining your mission, your boundaries, and your personal goals, even when living together pressures you to give them up. A woman can love you and still leave you if she doesn't respect you. But if she truly respects you, she will walk by your side through any storm. So, before taking the step of moving in together, look within. Do you already live for a purpose greater than the relationship? Are your boundaries clear? Are you willing to lose the relationship if necessary, so as not to lose yourself? If the answer is no, then perhaps you are not ready. The most common mistake is to think that moving in will fix what is already broken. The reality is the opposite. Cohabitation multiplies everything. If respect already exists, it strengthens. If it doesn't, it dissolves quickly. It's like shining a light on something hidden, it exposes fragility. So engrave this: she can love you and still leave. But if she truly respects you, she will stay. Respect is not given once and for all. It is earned and maintained in every action, every day, and it has to be from both, otherwise the relationship is doomed to failure. The stress tests of the relationship. This is why so many relationships crumble, not over money, not over chores, but because the man surrendered his role as a leader the moment they signed the lease. From the moment she moves in, the tests begin. And understand, they are not random, they are part of her psychology. I call them the relationship stress tests. And if you fail, the consequences are brutal. She loses respect, attraction, and eventually, love. The boundaries test. She will push small things at first: where you put your shoes, what time you come home, how long you spend with your friends. They seem like harmless adjustments, but they are probes. She's not obsessed with the shoes, she's testing if your word matters, if your habits are negotiable, if you are a man who maintains his structure or a boy who bends to the first frown. Fail this test, and it won't stop at the shoes. It will escalate. Suddenly, she'll be dictating your weekends, the frequency with which you see your family, and even how you pursue your goals. Because you trained her to believe that your limits are suggestions, not laws. Your ambition test. Women are attracted to men with focus, with purpose. But once living with you, she will, unconsciously, test whether that ambition resists comfort. She will want more time together, more nights on the couch, more, as time. It sounds sweet, but underneath, she is observing: will he sacrifice his mission for me? If the answer is yes, the attraction dies. This is the paradox that men don't understand. The more you make her the center of your universe, the less she wants to orbit you. She wants to be with a man who is on a path, not with a man who abandons the path for her. Your emotional control test. Conflicts are inevitable, but when you live together, they multiply, and she will provoke you, sometimes unknowingly, sometimes on purpose. She wants to see: can this man stay calm under pressure? If you explode, she feels insecure. If you victimize yourself and shut down, she feels contempt for your weakness. The only response that generates attraction is calm, centered leadership. You don't mirror her chaos, you neutralize it with your calm. Your masculine leadership test. Once you live together, she will confront your role as a leader. Not because she wants to tear you down, but because her psychology demands she feel that you are stronger than her emotional storms. She might argue about finances, house decisions, even who controls the air conditioning. It seems trivial, but it's primitive. She's fundamentally asking: am I living with a man or a child? Fail this test consistently, and she won't just stop respecting you, she will start to feel resentment. And here is the hardest truth: these tests never stop. The man thinks that if he passes a few, he is safe. Wrong. A woman's psychology is designed to keep checking, repeatedly, forever. If you pass, she feels safe and respects you. If you fail, she slowly distances herself. Let me give you the wisdom that most men avoid. Love does not keep a woman loyal. Respect does. She can love you and still cheat on you if she doesn't respect you. But if she deeply respects you, she will stand by your side against everyone else. The power dynamics you must not surrender. The uncomfortable truth that no one tells men is that when you live with a woman, you are not just sharing a space, you are negotiating power. And if you don't know which power dynamics you must never surrender, you are already on the road to losing her respect. The control of your time. The moment you start canceling your plans, skipping your workouts, or abandoning your mission because she wants just one more episode, you have surrendered. She might smile at the time, but internally, something has shifted. She no longer sees you as a man with a direction. She sees you as a man who can be diverted from his course at any moment. The control of your emotional state. If she can provoke you to anger, drive you to drama, or emotional collapse, she owns you. Full stop. Excessive vulnerability turns her attraction instinct into a maternal one. She stops seeing you as a lover and starts seeing you as a dependent. And once that switch flips, it rarely goes back. Your financial structure. Money is power. If you allow her to dictate how money is earned, saved, or spent, you've lost the structure. This doesn't mean not collaborating, but it does mean you must maintain the position of final responsibility. Your social life. Many men let their world shrink the moment they move in with a woman. They stop seeing friends, stop making contacts, and become domesticated. And the truth is, the smaller your world becomes, the smaller you become in her eyes. Women don't respect a man whose only social circle is her. They respect a man who has influence, status, and reach beyond her. Your personal boundaries. This is the line in the sand. Without boundaries, you are not a man, you are a doormat. If she yells at you, disrespects you, invades your privacy, and you tolerate it, you have declared to her, you can treat me however you want, and I will stay. And once she knows that, the game is over. Attraction will die, because deep down, no woman respects a man she can walk all over. It's better to risk losing her by enforcing boundaries than to guarantee losing her by having no backbone. The golden rule, the principle that can save your respect, your peace, and your future, is 1. Never surrender your structure. Your structure is your mission, your boundaries, your sense of identity. It is the foundation she will either respect or destroy. If you bend it for her, if you surrender it in the name of peace, you will wake up one day as the shadow of the man she fell in love with. And she will not feel pity, she will feel contempt. If you are not ready to enforce boundaries, do not move in with her. Well, folks, that was today's video, and consider purchasing my ebook Antifragile, link on the QR code. See you in the next video. Onward, warriors.